Hello, my name is Greg, and right now I'm going to teach you how you can learn to speak English like a native by taking the first step and learn perfect English pronunciation. That's right, perfect English pronunciation. And don't worry, the things I'm going to teach you aren't very difficult. Anyone can do them. Yes, you can do them. You can learn perfect English pronunciation. If you don't have good pronunciation, then it can be frustrating because people can't understand you when you speak English. I understand because I've experienced it. When I first learned Korean, I had bad pronunciation, and so the Korean people couldn't understand me when I spoke Korean. 그러나 똑바른 발음을 배워서 이제는 한국말을 유창하게 할 수 있습니다. 한국말 처음 배웠을 때 달라졌죠. 한국말 처음 배웠을 때 제 발음이 안 좋아서 상대방이 제가 하는 말을 알아듣지 못하고 이해하지 못했죠. 그러나 똑바른 발음을 배워서 이제는 제가 한국말 할 때 상대방이 제 말을 알아듣고 이해할 수 있습니다. 당신도 똑같은 방법으로 완벽한 영어 발음을 배워서 자신 있게 영어를 원어민 못지않게 잘 할 수 있겠습니다. Now there are 5 things I'm going to teach you that you can be doing right now to get perfect English pronunciation. Let's get started. Number 1, you need to learn all of the sounds in the English language. That's right, all of the sounds. Not some of the sounds, but all of the sounds in the English language. Now some of them might be easy, and some of them might be difficult depending on your native language. But it's very important that you learn all of the sounds in the English language. Now number 2, you should practice saying common words in English for each sound. Now I recommend saying at least 20 words for each sound. Now you should focus on one sound at a time, and you should master it before moving on to the next sound. Number 3, since some sounds in the English language are very similar, you should compare them side by side in order to get them perfectly. Because if you accidentally mispronounce one, you can say a completely different word. For example, I have a funny story. A couple weeks ago when I went to the dry cleaners, another customer walked in and asked the worker for her bedding. So the worker went back and grabbed her bedding and then came back. She handed the bedding to the lady and then said, "Here is your shit." Because she said that, the customer was very surprised and actually a little angry because the worker accidentally said a cuss word. The worker meant to say, "Here is your sheet." She accidentally said, "Here is your shit," which is a cuss word. So it's very important that you pronounce similar sounds perfectly. Number 4, you should record yourself saying English words and compare them to a native speaker. And if the pronunciation is different, you should correct your pronunciation until it becomes perfect and sounds the same as the native speaker. Now, it might be awkward for you to record yourself and hear yourself speaking English. However, you need to do this. It is very important because recording yourself and listening to yourself speak English is the only method that you can use to correct your own pronunciation. There is no other way. So it's very important to record yourself and compare your pronunciation to a native speaker. And you should correct yourself until it becomes perfect and practice it over and over again until it becomes easy. Now number 5. Now number 5 might be difficult for you at first, but if you practice over and over again, you'll get really good at it. So number 5 is tongue twisters. Now tongue twisters are difficult by nature, even for native. It's because they are meant to be a practice to help you speak more naturally. So if you practice it over and over again, you'll get good at it. Tongue twisters are an exercise for your mouth and tongue to get used to speaking English. Because English is a foreign language, it is awkward for you to speak English. And so practicing tongue twisters are a great practice and exercise for your mouth and tongue to get used to speaking English. And if you practice it over and over again, you'll get really good at it and you'll be able to speak more natural and fluent just like a native speaker. So make sure to practice tongue twisters. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that you can be doing right now to learn perfect English pronunciation. And if you're motivated and want to get started right now, be sure to scroll down below and check out the program I've created just for you. It covers all of the 5 things that I just taught you that will get you speaking English like a native by getting perfect English pronunciation. So go ahead, sign up, and take the first step to speaking English like a native.